back, long time no here, I guess, or not spoken. Yeah, after a bit of a hiatus, I am back and finishing that series of battle report. I have a lot of material, but life gets in the way as it does. So, batrep number 4, game 4 of the roll call tournament that I attended this year. And this time it's against another High Elf player with a different list. Straight to deployment, my opponent has from the top left some rivers, I think 5 of them. Behind them is a base for a Frost Phoenix. Then in front of the impassable terrain are 25 White Lions with his level 2. And then next to them are 21 Swordsmen with BSB and a level 4. Then on the right is 14 Silver Helms. 10 archers are on the hill. On the left of the hill is a Fire Phoenix, so interesting combo, Frost and Fire Phoenix, and then some more rivers. On my side I have Slaanesh Chariot, Chimera, and I forgot left of the screen are 5 Dragon Hounds. On the right of the camera are 18 Warriors of Chaos with my level 2 on the Steel of Slaanesh, the Dragon with the Back Scratcher Lord. On the front right some more Dragon Hounds, behind them a BSB on a Demonic Mount, he's rocking the Mark on Nogo. Then another Slaanesh Chariot, a Chimera, and 3 Dragon Ogres with a Champion. For spells, my opponent with level 4 of life has Earth's Blood, Flesh to Stone, Throne of Vines and Regrowth, and his level 2 of High Magic have Hand of Glory and Soul Quench. And 4th time lucky, I guess, my level 2 with the Familiar gets Acquiescence, Phantasmagoria, and of course Cacophonic Choir, which I'm very surprised. So let's see if the 1-trick pony works this time. Only worked once out of 3 games so far, with some moderate results. It was a while back, but if I remember correctly, this is a straight battle line scenario. And we're on table 30 something, so yeah, we're in mid-range. Vanguard moves, and as follow, he moves his rivers, and I move my 2 units of Dragon Hounds. I think I've been able to block his leftmost unit with my leftmost unit of Dragon Hounds, which I'm very happy with. And I win the toss, I get to go first. So my list units do what they do best, they move forwards on turn 1. And I'm chaffing up his Silver Hounds with a unit of Dragon Hounds. I did try to charge the Dragon Ogres on the rivers on the right, but failed the charge. It was a long one. In the magic phase, I tried to cast Fireball on the archers, but that is dispelled. And then I successfully cast a combo of Acquiescence and Phantasmagoria on the Silver Helms, so good luck for them to charge next turn. High Elf turn 1, the White Lions trying to charge the Dragon Hounds, but it's a long one and it failed. Everything else pretty much moves forward. And of course the Silver Helms try to charge the Dragon Hounds, and he rolls I think a 2 or 1 on his d6 random movement, so they are just falling short of hitting the unit. And the rivers move as far as they can, but unfortunately they will not be outside of the arc of charge of the Dragon Ogres, sorry. In his magic phase, he casts Soul Quench on the camera on the screen there and gets 2 wounds through. Try to cast Throne of Vine, which I dispel, and cast Shield of Thorns on the Swordmaster, and I let it go. I think I use all my dice on Throne of Vines. In the shooting phase, his left rivers shoot at the Dragon Hounds, cause 3 wounds enough, they break. They run, but they stop just there where they stand, and he passes his dangerous turn check. His second unit of rivers gets a wound through, which is saved thanks to the armor of the Dragon Ogres. I forgot what the archers shoot at, but they cause nothing, so irrelevant. My turn 2. The camera on the left successfully charges the Swordmasters. The camera on the right successfully charges the archers. And as expected, the Dragon Ogres oblige the rivers and charge them in the face. And proceed to provide some support to all this, so I dart my level 2 of Slaanesh on the steed right in between the Silver Helms and the Swordsman, as you can see there on top of the screen. And you know what's happening next. The Chariots prepare for counter charges from the Silver Helms, the White Lions and the Frost Phoenix on the left hand side. And the dragon with the Lord Backsplash on top is waiting for well, combat to unravel, basically, and then pick his one of his tasty targets for next turn. I can feel the suspense in you watching this video. So the level 2 gets 6 dice out of the pool, throw them. I get 28, so I get the Cacophonic Choir bubble out, but it's not irresistibly cast, so he scrolls it, and that's the end of my magic phase. In combat, the camera on the right breaks the archer and stands and reforms to prepare for the charge. In hindsight, I should have overrun, get out of the table, or at least get out of the range of the Fire Phoenix. And then that's when I realized, oh crap, Fire Phoenix, fire, that's my regeneration gun. Oh dear. That's when I double regretted it not to have overrun. The combat with the Soulmaster and the camera, so the camera is already on 2 wounds left, and the Soulmaster just proceeded to destroy it. Couldn't even pass an attack through. Oh well. It's a small price to pay for my army to get into combat. And of course, you can see on the picture here, the Dragon Augurs just destroy the rivers, turn around, reform to join the fray. High Elves turn 2, his Fire Phoenix charges the camera, and I'm thinking, ouch. Silver Helms charges the hounds who flee. I need space to charge with everything else, basically. He then redirects to charge my dragon with... He needs an 8. I'm thinking, okay, it's a bit of a long charge. He gets a double 6, so he is in. And then on the left hand side, the Frost Phoenix tries to charge the chariot and fails. In the magic phase, he tries to cast Flesh to Stone on the Silver Helms and miscasts. He rolls a 7, causes 5 wounds to his unit, but uses the Banner of the World Dragon and negates all these wounds. But at least it's his magic phase gone. In the magic phase, the Reavers try to shoot at the chariot but cause no wound. Combat and the Fire Phoenix versus the camera. He gets a wound through, and I thought, what? That's it? Alright. I take my dice. I get 4 wounds through. The Fire Phoenix breaks, and the camera pursues but do not catch it. However, it's my turn next. The big combat of the turn, the Silver Helms versus the Dragon. So, my Back Scratcher Lord declares a challenge, as he has to. And the accepting unit champion gets pulverized. However, that means my dragon can't attack or do anything to the unit. And in the end, I lose by 2, but stick around. My turn 3, the left chariot charges the river, and you can see what happens on the screen. They get exploded. The Warriors of Chaos charges the flank of the Silver Helms, and that's not a good day to be a Silver Helm. And the camera finishes the Fire Phoenix and ends up just short of the table's edge. In Magic Phase, I failed to cast Cacophonic Choir, and the Fireball is dispelled. In big combat in the middle, the Dragon and the Warriors of Chaos versus Silver Helms. So, the Lord on top declares a challenge. I believe he accepts with one of his characters, who's gonna hit first, so yay! In the end, the Lord and the Dragon gets 8 wounds in total. The Warriors of Chaos in the flank get 3 wounds, which are saved. However, the Silver Helms are disrupted by my Warriors of Chaos, and they lose by 5. They flee on a 9, and my dragon pursues and rolls a 9. Couldn't miss, but still, it's nice to match the dice. The Warriors and the dragon end up, as you can see on the screen there. High Elf turn 3 is Frost Phoenix hits the chariot on the left. The White Lions charge the chariot in the flank. It's not a good day to be a chariot. And the Elven Swordsmen get into the Warriors of Chaos. In shooting, the archers who have rallied and are able to act this turn shoot at the Dragon Hounds but do nothing. And I forgot to mention, in the Magic Phase, his level 4 cast Flesh to Stone onto the Swordsman. In combat, the Swordsmen get challenged by the Warriors of Chaos. The warrior champion kills the swordsman with 1 wound. The swordsman BSB causes 2 wounds, and the mage causes 0 wound. The unit itself causes 3 wounds to the Warriors of Chaos, who in return only get 7 hits and 0 wounds thanks to the Flesh to Stone. In the end, the Warriors of Chaos lose by 7. Neither too rerollable, I'm not too hopeful. They break and they get caught, and the Swordsmaster hit the dragon in the face. Or I should say in the foot claw. The combat with the white lions at bottom left of the screen, they cause 3 wounds to the chariot, who's still alive. The chariot hits the mage for 2 wounds and he wards it. And the Frost Phoenix ends up the chariot. Dragon Host turn 4, the chariot on the right side charges the Swordmaster. The hounds charge the archers. And why not? I need to do a trick, so I charge the sorcerer into the Swordmasters as well. I do have the Sword of Change on the sorcerer, so you never know, maybe it can work. In magic phase, I failed to cast a small cacophony choir, which would have been very helpful. In the shooting phase, my leftmost camera breathes fire, and it placed itself quite nicely on the unit of white lions, and rips the whole rank of them. In the combat phase, the dragon hounds cause a wound to the archers cause a wound back, but they break and the hounds chase after them. They do not catch them, but next turn they will be on double one to rally. Combat with the Swordmaster. The Dragon Lord challenges and he accepts with his mage. The Lord gets 3 wounds through in total with the overkill. The chariot gets 4 wounds through. In return, the Swordmaster BSB, who is in contact with the sorcerer, gets a wound through, and I'm not too happy about that. The sorcerer then gets hit twice more by the Swordmaster, and that's the end of him, so no one trick pony again. In the end, that's a poor combat. The dragon loses by 1, but both the chariot and the dragon stick around. High Elves turn 4. His archer unit flees off the table. He gets Flesh to Stone on the Swordmasters, and I can't dispel it. And in combat, the Lord challenges again, and he feeds him his BSB. How many characters in there? Apparently 4. He causes no wound to the Lord. The Lord gets 3 wounds through. I forgot to mention he rolled on the table, and I roll, and I get a 6 and a 5. Just when I don't need it, I get transformed into a Demon Prince. But, thanks God, because he's on a mounted monster, the unit itself is not destroyed, it just gets off, change, and the dragon stays there. I roll for the dragon monster reaction table, he's fine. So I get all the benefits, none of the negatives from transforming into a Demon Prince. I do lose my items though, which is kind of crap. And so I place the Demon Prince, as you can see there, with the white base just next to the Swordmaster, just to have a nice flank charge next to him. His unit is steadfast and stick around. This is a picture of the beginning of my turn 5, so the Demon Prince charges the flank of the Swordmaster. I proceed then to move the camera and the BSB away from the charge range of the White Lions, just next to the Demon Prince where it stands as it is. We go straight into combat. The Swordmaster are afraid. The Demon Prince goes to stand, causes 4 wounds. The BSB gets 2 wounds in the unit. Oh yeah, I did charge with the BSB, there you go. The Swordmaster do 2 wounds on the camera, he's still alive. Thunderstorm, everything. I do everything and there's 1 model left. 1. He flees and he gets away from the dragon. And I'm thinking, oh dear. More like, oh crap. He, previous turn he moved his Frost Phoenix to the south. I think he wanted to get away from me getting into it and get more points. His White Lions are still around and a threat, so everything's not done, especially he's got that 1 character who's just next to my camera, next to the spell card. I have turned 5, the White Lions get into the camera, and that's probably a dead camera, but she's angled in a way that he's not going to be able to overrun into anything, or maybe the BSB, I don't remember. Anyway, and then he moves his Frost Phoenix to the top right of the table there. I don't think he feels too hot with the Frost Phoenix. It's kind of chilly. And as you'd expect, his single remaining Swordmaster model flees further. And that's a lot of points for 1 model. I need to get that guy. So he proceeds to cast Shield of Thorns on himself. Miscasts 11. So he's okay with Banner of the War Dragon. Shield of Thorns by itself causes 2 wounds to the camera. I'm not really happy about that. And then the White Lion unit just pulverizes the poor monster. Turn 6, and I'm thinking I need to get that Swordmaster unit points, because that's a lot of points in there. So I declare charge with my dragon, thinking, I fancy my chances against the White Lions if I can only get these points. He rolls double 6, and I roll something like a 3, and basically I end up just outside of the arc of charge of the White Lions, which I am fortunate for. But then the bloody single model is 12 inches away, so what I end up doing is I move my Demon Prince on the side, away from the arc range of the White Lions, and I move my BSB with Demon Mount and the Ruby Ring in range of the model, with being outside of the arc charge of the White Lion as well. I proceed to cast Fireball with a lot of dice, but he rolls a 6, a 5, a 4, 2 3s, and a 1, and dispels it. And no! That single last remaining model of this big block of Swordmaster gets away. My opponent's turn 6 can't do anything. Spell-wise, it's a wash, so we ended the game there. And in the end, although I thought I did quite a lot of pounding, would you believe it? It's a draw. My opponent gets 1,410 points, and I get 1,439 points. All that because of that bloody single model. But it was a good game. It was a lot of fighting. See a weakness in my Dragon and Lord build. He can get tar pitted quite easily if I roll crappy, and I've got High Elves with a lot of wall saves to fight, although I do have that Trickster Shard thing. But there you go, yeah. I mean, if he kills his challenges fast enough so Dragon can't do anything, it's always a problem, so unfortunately he has to declare a challenge. So I have to think about using it either differently or just wait. I mean, it's a great way to top it a big block like that. Unfortunately, it was way too long. So there you go, a draw for game 4, on to game 5.